Hello, my lovely. How are you doing? Welcome to this episode of Shamanic Heartspace. I'm Nancy Ellamore. I will be taking you on a little journey. So gather round. It's rather stormy and cold outside. So I've got my cup of Blue Lotus here, and we can have a little chat about what lay ahead potentially around this full moon. The energy is such that it's pretty much a big new beginning for humanity. I've heard that before. Many, many new beginnings in recent years for humanity, for the collective. And even though the idea of 2023 and the kind of calendar, New Year calendar, it doesn't really mean much, let's say spiritually. However, there is still an opportunity for a reset right now, and the energy is there supporting us. And there are many opportunities coming up this year for a fresh start. So gather round, don't stress yourself. We've got to make sure that we stay as calm and in alignment and non reactive as possible this year, especially the first part of the year. We've spent all day kind of channeling and picking up bits of info that I'm going to begin sharing with you in this episode. But before we jump in, I just would like to remind you I'm not an astrologer. I'll be passing on channeled information regarding collective energy for the upcoming full moon in Cancer. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And what's important here is please remember to be in the receiving mode. See what messages come through for you personally and through you. You don't need to be convinced by anything that I'm saying. You don't have to follow any of my guidance on this. I'm just simply the messenger passing on the information. I really love it when I hear from you and you tell me how you're getting on. So please keep doing that. Tell me what works, what doesn't, and where you're at. And we're all on this journey together. So this full moon will be coming in late on the 6th of January into the 7th of January. It's in the zodiac sign of Cancer, which rules the chest, the womb, the stomach. Of course, it's a watery energy, emotional. So you're probably going to be feeling those feelings. With regard to the parts of the body that this tends to cover, you might find aches and pains or illnesses coming to the surface. It's just stuff that needs to be looked at and let go of, really. The kind of herbs and teas that can help at this time, because they are also ruled by Cancer. Ginger, peppermint, lavender, mullein, give those a go. You can use them if you are into any kind of spell work, that sort of thing as well. Okay, and due to the watery nature of this time, it can be a good idea to work with that element. So if you are trying to still let go of things from last year, something you can do, a little ritual you can do, at the heart of it would be speaking what you want to let go of into a glass of water, leaving it overnight. So the night of the full moon would be optimal. Sorry, not sorry. The channeling started, so the yawning starts. And then leave that overnight. Pour the water away slowly into the earth, the soil, the flowers the following day. And while you do that, just saying goodbye, thank you, I release you. Ideally, creating a rhyme, also known as a spell, of at least 4 lines, speaking your gratitude, your love, your understanding, and the release of it all. And this really is the perfect time for looking back and reminiscing, mulling over what still needs to change. So you might feel a bit sick of that. That's what I'm picking up. People are really tired of sitting in stuff right now. But that's going to continue for a little longer. Simultaneously, you might be feeling a push and pull within, not wanting to feel or acknowledge some of the things that you might be feeling that might be coming up. And so it's just sitting there and maybe coming out kind of ninja style. There's anger, all those more lower vibrational energies that can make a day-to-day trickier. This is shadow work, my darling. Okay, so tuning in now to bringing this channel fully. Just asking to be the conduit once more to bring in relevant information for the collective, for the people who need to hear it. This Cancer new moon, full moon, the first full moon of the year in 2023. All right, so first of all, can we look at themes? Okay. All right, so yeah, we said this already. It's emotional. It's going to be really important to nurture yourself and others. Yeah, so keep coming back to yourself. Draw your attention back to the present moment. It's really important to stay in the present moment and to be still. Allow self-healing to happen and to activate. There's a lot of upgrades coming through with regard to consciousness. We're still in a period of darkness and night. And this is activating us on a very deep level, cellular level, so forth. Okay, so this is a checking in point. This moon is a checking in point, really. There's nothing new to say that I haven't already said in the previous podcasts. If you haven't checked out the Mercury retrograde podcast for Capricorn, it's available to check that out. This is about checking in with yourself now, communicating with yourself, understanding yourself on a new level, thinking and embodying what you want to create. This Capricorn energy is very, very present, very, very strong about keeping our feet on the ground. Everything we've learned, all the changes that we have made, it's about embodying those in this 3D reality. That is why we are here. There is no point in trying to be in the 4, 5, 6, 12D. When we live here, we are at Earth School. So Capricorn is going to keep coming back round to make sure that we learn this lesson. And that it's important that you give yourself what you need. You absolutely can't rush these things. Keep mastering yourself. This doesn't happen overnight. Okay, so first question I wanted to ask yourself is, what level of consciousness can you bring in right now? What level of consciousness can you bring in? Can you dig deeper? Can you go higher? Can you remain unaffected by other people's actions? Okay, so more secrets are to be revealed, coming to light, is the nature of a full moon. Okay, so there may be this emergence of your inner warrior. It's warrior-like, especially just after this full moon. There may be a kind of motivation to speak up, to stand up. Yeah, potentially politically. Okay, so more endings to come. Still on the global stage with new beginnings. A lot of this stuff we're not hearing about as well. So check in with your friends and family in other countries, in other places, or do your own channeling. There's this undercurrent. Yeah, it feels like an undercurrent for me, but for some, it will be bigger, it'll be stronger. They'll be in the middle of that. Look at Peru, for example. So it's really important that we keep tuning into the light, tuning into the love, not spiritual bypassing and pretending everything is fine. No way. But always look towards achieving those higher vibrational frequencies of love, sending love to yourself, sending love out to other people. Doesn't mean letting people get away with things that they shouldn't be getting away with. Have your boundaries. And yeah. Yes, we absolutely have to go through the dark. Do those quantum leaps. Dig up a lot, you can still choose the love, is what they're saying. So, um, during daily meditations, for example, or practices, taking a moment to be intentional with peace, with love, with compassion, if you don't already. This will go a long way to helping raise the vibration of all of us on the planet. I thank you in advance for that. Okay, so if you have started this year, maybe feeling like your heart is closed, maybe things may have turned a corner by now, maybe not, but keep flexing that muscle. You might feel like it is, yeah, much safer to just have your heart closed, keep people at a distance. But really, this is about self love. You're just hiding from yourself. Self love and self care come first. Come home into yourself, into your own heart space. Yeah. They're showing me the tarot card of the Hermit, which is very much me. Represents a Virgo. Maybe that's just a message for me because I've been very hermit like recently throughout December. Just going through my own, yeah, dark night of the soul, working some things out, pulling out some weeds. But they're saying no, it's not just you, Nancy. Okay, yeah, so you might feel hermit like, and that is great. But remember, there are other people out there, and a lot of those people love you and care about you. And there's a lot of people doing work. They might not know you, but for you. Yeah. Okay. They're saying trust, especially around the money thing. What you need will appear. Anything else on that? No, nothing else on that. Okay. Yeah, a lot of sensitivity right now, things are coming to the surface. You may feel like you need to nurture your inner child. So please do. Self parenting, it seems to be an ongoing thing. I've been doing a lot of that myself, bringing in that inner child or that inner maiden and, you know, reassuring them everything's okay. Don't need to lean into those unhealthy traits or behaviors anymore. Okay. Yeah, so this is very much a time for the internal. I just said it to them. It's always internal. Yeah, we're really focusing on that internal world, highlighting your truth, spotlighting your truth, and then a lot of that should come to the surface because the energy of Cancer is very, or Moonchild is very, very sensitive. So make sure that you look after yourself. There's a lot of potential for physical sickness to come through. So some people say, yeah, it's the time of year. But this is also depends on your perspective. My perspective is that all illness starts in energy, and we need to be in good shape to do this work because otherwise, parts of our body will be trying to shake out denser energies as we kind of ascend, as we grow. And if we're not in good shape, it's difficult to let those things go. It comes out of sickness. So rest is going to be important. Soothing the parasympathetic nervous system, peace, harmony, breath work. Please, just breathing. A really quick tip. It's so simple, and it's what I do myself. Breathing in for 5, breathing out for 7. I tend to get a lot of issues around sleeping. I always have because, yeah, well, this is when I'm trying to rest. So all of the spirits, voices, whatever you want to call them, they want to come and play at night. They want to talk to me at night when there are no distractions or fewer distractions around. And sometimes I can be like, hey, no, the shop is closed, but I can still hear them. I still know they're there, even if they're on the other side of the boundary. And then I have to do the breathing exercises to get myself to sleep. Really effective. If you have your own ways of doing this as well to calm your system and to get so you can get the rest you need, please let us know in the comments. Okay, so let your energy return. It's a really potent time for becoming sovereign again. if you've not been feeling strong and sovereign, uh, just rest. Draw that energy back to you. Because this is going to be a fast year, people, with a lot of potential for power struggles internally, externally. There's it's likely there's going to be a lot of intensity arising around the heart, love, safety, security, insecurity. Should I stay? Should I go? Kind of decision making, things feeling quite binary in that respect, black and white. So do rest while you can. This is the important thing. If you're into journaling or some way of keeping and externalizing what's going on for you, keeping a record of what's going on for you, this can be really useful. I find it really useful too, but then I get out of practice with it and I really, really want to, but I have so many things that I need to do. And I lost my way with that. But if you do it, good luck to you because it's so helpful to be journaling. Okay, so slight change in energy here. Let me just have some lotus. Okay, yeah. These have been some really tough times. Once again, I'm sure we've said this before. They're saying, please look at how far you've come. Please, please, please. Use this as a guiding light into your self-love and into your heart. And let's start putting everything back together, but like it's brand new. There's no going back. There's only now. We have to keep being honest with ourselves. We have to keep caring for ourselves. We have to keep on having compassion for others. It seems to be quite tough for a lot of people right now. People are exploding. So, yeah, that compassion for others. They might not be in the same place as you. They might not be ready to hear what you have to say. It's okay. It's okay. Come back to what your needs are, what your values are. I think for a lot of people, confidence will have been eroded for whatever reason. Maybe feeling outside of everything for a while, like a bit kind of like, when is my ship going to come in? They're saying a way to maybe make some sense of that is to look at what was going on for you 12 years ago. And then looking or considering where do you want to be in 12 years' time and track that journey. Write it out if you need to, like on a chart. Like make your own map. Oh, they're showing me this could be a really good thing to make a life map. Maybe we'll do that over on Patreon. So taking ownership of your energy, taking ownership of your journey. Nothing is happening to you, it's happening for you. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with taking space to work things out in your own way. I guess that's we're coming back to that hermit energy. You got to do things in your own way. And that is the only way you're going to take responsibility because there's nobody else to blame. What's yours, what's not. Keep coming back to yourself, your heart, all through this year, all through your life, I would say. So they're saying to ask you, you can use this as a journaling point. How are you going to lead this year? What are you going to lead on this year? And how will you stay in your integrity? Interesting questions. Thank you. So once more, again, pointing at this conserving your energy, streamlining your energy, allowing time for all wounds to heal. Okay, it's going to be quite important to resist wanting to take control. Yeah, so this is again being non-reactive essentially. You might want things to move faster, but if that energy is coming up for you, I want to move, I want to do things, feel stuck, use that as creatively as you can. Or if you really can't get into the creative zone, move your body. Or if you can be still with it, get into a mindful place. Hey, I don't like this word mindful, but get into a centered space where you can find distance between yourself and that feeling. See where it's coming from, what it's pointing at. If you're wanting clarity, slow down more. If you keep having accidents, accidents, ending up with bruises, you need to slow it down. This is what this Capricorn Mercury retrograde. He wants us to slow down to stopping point. Sit down, look around, take in your surroundings, make a plan. Make a plan. If you haven't made a plan for this year yet, make the plan. And it doesn't matter if you don't stick to the plan, but at least you have a plan to come back to. This was your intention. Okay. Anchor yourself, ground yourself. Yeah, for the year ahead. So we have the opportunity to do that now, to find these ways in ourselves, to self-soothe, to be calm, to not fall into old patterns, victim mode, to lead. And then we need to stick to them, making commitments to ourselves in that way. Energetically sending gratitude back out. I think we said that at the beginning with a ritual, no? And this will raise your state and become your natural state. Okay. And they're saying we really need to move away from the I, this separation myth, because we're all one, we are all connected, we are all collective. So what you think and feel and do has an effect. And it will come back to you. So send out all of the good stuff, find the good stuff within yourself. All right. Okay. If you like this episode, please consider sharing, liking, following, blah, blah, blah. If you feel called, I'm on Patreon. We've got a lovely community over there to do some deeper work. There are various options for attending moon ceremonies. The Cancer full moon ceremony will be on the 7th of January at 7:30 England time. We'll be revisiting, forgiving, letting go, and making space and peace within, getting more aligned, using channeling, shamanic tools as well to get us as ready as we are going to be for 2023. If you want to work with me, I have some dates in London this January before I go back to the Amazon in Peru. If you don't know already, that's where I live most of the time, working with plant medicines, living with the plants. And we do have dates in Peru for working with ayahuasca and other master plants too. All of that information will be in the episode information stuff, or you can email me hello@shamanicheartspace.org. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for listening. I hope that you find it helpful. If you want to hear the rest of this episode, it's available on Patreon. You can sign up and have access to that immediately, plus all the other back catalogue stuff and bonus material. But I'm just so grateful that you're here right now on the planet. Please do remember, you get out what you put in on this path. It's all sacred. Nothing is happening to you. It is all happening for you. So just enjoy as much of it as you can, you divine being. Take really good care, and I'm wishing you a wonderful Cancerian full moon this month. I'll see you soon. Lots of love. Bye.